Hello, guys, and welcome back to Amodiy's YouTube channel. Here we discuss fashion, beauty, lifestyle stuff, sewing tutorials mostly. If you're a first time viewer, kindly stay till the end of this video. And if you haven't seen the part one, which is the cutting video, kindly do that and proceed to watch this one, which is the part two, the sewing video. In this tutorial, I'll be sharing some of the mistakes I made while making this outfit, so stay till the end as I'll be dropping it occasionally during the course of the video. This is what the top looks like after joining from my off shoulder to my off shoulder point to my sleeve length. This is what it looks like. I've not done the facing yet, so I'll go ahead now. You can use your bias to turn it inside, or you use your fabric to do a facing. I'll be using a facing instead, and then when I turn it, I will be showing you how to close the sides. As you can see, this is it. So this I'll be joining on the good side. I'll be joining on the good side. This is my good side of my fabric right now. So let's proceed. One of the things I would have done better and differently is increasing the width of the ruffles. Here I cut my fabric 6 inches wide, and when I went to sew it, it took out 1 inch, and so I was left with about 2 inches on fold or 4 inches, and then I folded it, which gave me 2 inches on fold. So if you're doing this, I feel you should cut your fabric, your organza ruffles, 8 inches wide, and so when you sew it, you have and so you'll be left with 7 inches. When you fold that, you would have 3 inches wide. As you can see, mine is 2 inches wide. If you do it and if you cut it by 8 inches, you'll be left with about 3.5 inches wide, which is very, very good for this design. And so this is 2 inches, but you can also see how wide 3.5 inches would be. This is how wide. It's way bigger than what I have here. On your sewing machine, you're going to pleat on this center line here. This is the rough side. This is where our joining is, so this is where we're going to place it on our fabric, so that this neat part is the part that will be outside. So on your machine now, you're going to pleat all this. You're going to pleat your organza on this center line. As you can see, where the thread is reflecting from the inside, this is not the part that has joining, so you can see the thread reflecting here. I'll be showing you with a hand needle for illustration purposes. So you start from the bottom, and so this center line is what we're going to be working with. Gather it continuously till you get to the end of your organza fabric. So you gather the ruffles as long as the organza fabric to the end of your organza fabric. Then when you are joining, as you can see, I joined it like this. This is how the joining looks like inside. And so you continue till you have your ruffles, and so this is the wrong side of our fabric. When we are sewing it now, we'll place it. So what you are going to do now is, this is the wrong side, so this is the part that will be facing the wrong side, will be facing the fabric now. So This is how you go and place it on your sewing machine after doing the ruffles, and then you sew on top. You go with your ruffle like this. Now on your sewing machine, you place it where you want it to be, on the neckline or on the sleeve line, and then you pleat. As you're pleating, you're sewing. You sew like this. As you're pleating, you're sewing. As you're pleating, you're sewing. As you're pleating, you're sewing. You're sewing. You're sewing as you're pleating, and you're sewing, so that you just have one stitch. And come and attach it around the off-shoulder neckline of my dress. Okay, so remember we said for your sleeve opening, you measure your round hand, measure the round hand from the off shoulder point plus half an inch, which is 5.5. A round hand is about 10, and that is 5.5. So I started my stitch from here. That's where your stitch will start from, and end 20 inches from the waist. This is the good side of the fabric. This is the good side. This is the good side. You're sewing on top, on the front place. So I've gone ahead now to cut out the ruffles. This is 2 inches wide, and the length is 3 yards cut by 6 inches. So we have a lot here, so I'm going and form gathers on the entire ruffles. This is where the bulk of the work is, and so when I'm done now, I'll place it around the open part. Remember, you can hem these edges or you can fold it in. I'll be folding mine in with about 1 inch. I'll be folding mine in. I'll hem the edges and fold it in like this, and then I'll place my ruffles. I'll place my ruffles this way around the entire sleeve and the bottom of the dress. So when you get to the end at this point now, when you are done sewing all your pleats, when you get to the end now, you take the end and you place on it. You fold the end so that you have a neat edge like this, and you place on top, and you sew. You pleat, you leave excess, and then you pleat and conceal the rough edge here. I am done with placing the ruffles, and this is what it looks like. I placed it around the neckline first and went around the sleeve. I came in from the shoulder joining and went around the entire body. So each time an organza finished, I placed another organza where it ended and just pleated and continued. So yes, this is how the stitch looks like on the side and done on the outside. And we have come to the end of today's tutorial. If you found it useful, kindly like it, kindly share, kindly leave a comment below, and most importantly, kindly subscribe. Thank you, and see you on the next tutorial. Bye.